Hey now, y'all. What it is, baby? It's downtown talking to you. And you know what time it is, baby? It's time for that color commentary. But it's a special episode this week. I'm going to do something special for everybody that's been watching. I'm going to do something special if you're just watching for the first time and you don't know who downtown is. I'm going to tell you who downtown is. I'm going to tell you right now that I call myself the Black Pride of Jackson, Mississippi. I am one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time, but you probably never heard of me because the powers who be, they've been trying to hold downtown back ever since back in my day. You understand? I'm one of the greatest of the 1980s. You understand? I would have been one of the greatest in the 90s, but we going to get to that in a little bit because I'm finna tell my story right now. First of all, I want to say shouts out to my man Joey Nine. All right. And I want to give shouts out to the F dot. And I want to give shouts out to all of the peoples in the BMG crew. All right. BMG posse. All right. Pump it up, y'all. All right now. Hey, and shouts out to the pit fights. You know what I'm saying? And shouts out to Black. Well, hell, I'll get into that later. I'll get into all that later. Listen there. Let me tell you something, okay. I was born, okay, in Shreveport, Louisiana. All right. My daddy was a steel worker. All right. My mama, she was a hairdresser. You understand? Hardworking individual, right? When I was 7 years old, I moved to Jackson, Mississippi. Now, Jackson, Mississippi, boy, I had a rough life coming up and down. You know what I mean? Because it's bad enough that I had to deal with them peckerwoods. You know what I mean? Because back then they used to chase us, you know what I mean? Little kids riding on bikes and shit. And they chase us down the street if we go too damn far up that road, you understand? You know, with rocks and sticks and things. But then I had to deal with people that look like me in my own damn neighborhood. You know, there's a lot of goddamn haters down there. You understand? See, because my family, you know, they were very aspirational. You understand? They wanted to do great things. You know what I'm saying? They really didn't get involved in too much fuckery. You know what I'm saying? But people around there, you know, they want to pull them into that. You know what I'm saying? I was one of them kids that, you know, hey, look, I always had style and finesse, baby, even when I was a kid. You understand? My daddy had class. He put a suit on just to change a tire on the car. You understand? See, me personally, myself, you know, I used to dress up, you know, to the nines, baby, especially on Easter. You know what I'm saying? And I had haters. I had brothers that you know, they just had a problem with downtown. They didn't like Tony too much back then. You know what I'm saying? They still don't like me now. It's a lot of old hating ass niggas out there. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like, baby. But yeah, you know, that go from way back. But either way, you know, when I was a teenager, I got into some bad stuff. You know, I kind of allowed my environment, you know, and the things that were surrounding me to pull me into to some badness. You know what I'm saying? I was a bad nigga. I was a bad nigga. All right. Hey, look, I'll kick your ass. All right. I'll steal from you. All right. I'll steal from your parents. You understand? I steal your sister from her boyfriend. You know what I'm saying? Whoop her boyfriend ass. Okay. And beat his homeboy's ass. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of wild shit. I did some stuff I ain't even sure I could talk about on here. All right. I was a bad boy. All right. So either way, you know, eventually, around the time that I was 20 years old, right? I had this gal. I wouldn't really call her a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? But we was a what they call special friends, and I was able to coerce her into you know, making some money. You know, we used to hang out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We was good friends, and I said, hey, look, you know, we can get this money, honey. Yeah, and you know, she went out, did some things, made some money for me, you know. And I figured, hey, if I could get my friend to do it, I'd get anybody to do it, right? So then I found me another guy, and I got her to do it, got her to make some money. Then I had another guy making some money, and another one. I had about at my prime, I had about eight of them. I might have lost one of them hoes along the way, but I was taking up a nigga hole. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, you lose one, hey, for every one I lose, bounce back with two. you know, and but that caught up with me around my early 20s when I was around what was it about 20, 22 years old. They caught me out there. They caught me out there. I was reckless pimping, and they locked my ass up. And while I was in the jail, because hey, I was always a stocky guy, right? So I said, you know what? While I'm in here, I'm gonna make some use of my time. I'm gonna do something. You know what I'm saying? I could always talk that talk. I was a good manipulator. I was a good speaker and orator. You know what I'm saying? And I talked to brothers and I told them to stay off the street and stay out of the life when they get back out there on the outside. You know what I mean? And I became a very good talker, right? They used to put me on the mic and have me give motivation to the boys. You know what I'm saying? And then also, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, I was lifting hella weights, Jack. I was doing a whole lot of weight training and things because I had some plans, baby. I was always a wrestling fan. When I was a kid, I used to watch Bobo Brazil. When I was a teenager, one of my favorite wrestlers, man, was the black man Ernie Ladd. Oh man, boy, good man, could that man talk? He could talk some shit. All right, man, Ernie Ladd was my damn hero. All right, I like him. I like Bruno Sammartinez. I like what his name? Superstar Billy Graham. You know what I'm saying? I like those guys. You know what I'm saying? I like the wrestling. I like the whole entertaining aspect of it. You know what I mean? Not just the stuff that they do in the ring, but when they get on the mic and talk that talk, I was like, oh hell yeah, baby, I can do that. So then when I got out on the outside in 1982, no, was it 83? It was probably 83. Probably 83. Okay. But anyway, my first aspiration, baby, I was going to find somewhere that I was going to be a wrestler. I was going to train to be a wrestler. Okay. And then I met this guy by the name of Eddie Sharkey. Okay. And he had this thing called Sharky's Machine. And he said that he going to take a trainee, and he going to take some trainees, and he going to show them how to wrestle. So then, he had me, you know what I mean? I paid them my monies. You know what I'm saying? I still had some monies. I had monies in the stash, baby. I paid this man, and he definitely told me how to wrestle. He told me how to do things in the ring. You know what I mean? And, I watched a lot of wrestling. I watched every damn program that had some wrestling on it. Whether it was Mid-South Wrestling or Jim Crockett or Mid-Atlantic or the AWA and, of course, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation, the WWF from New York. Anything that I could get on the television, I was watching. Okay? So my goal was to go up to New York, right? My man Sharky said, no, what you got to do first, baby, you got to wrestle independently. You got to wrestle locally. So I did a whole lot of fairs and high schools and things like that, a lot of wrestling. You know what I mean? And then I got the opportunity to go on up to New York. New York. I was just like the nigga on the Stevie Wonder record. I showed up there. I was like, oh, man, what's going on here? Look here. Man, 1983, I came there. The end of 1983, I was there. Okay? And they had me as a jobber. They had me as one of the guys that just come in there and lose the match. My first match was against Don Morocco. You understand? It was a good time. It was good. I had a good time. You know what I mean? I met Rocky Johnson and Tony Atlas and them. I met the Wild Samoans, Alpha and Seeker. I met Dick Murdoch. I ain't like him too tough, and I get the feeling he ain't like me. Because you know what I'm talking about. All right. And I met some other guys. I met Bob Backlund or Superfly Snooker, back when I ain't know that he was a damn murderer and shit. Yeah, he was kind of weirdo back then too, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh yeah, and, everything, it was cool. It was either way, you know what I mean. It wasn't like a long term thing, you know what I mean. I might have been on there one or two times on the WWF TV, and my name on there was Tony Adams. You know what I mean? And then they called me one time. It was Tony Brown. I said, hey, you know what? Hey, look, what would be cool? That if I had like a name to go with the Tony Brown. And then I said like Uptown Tony Brown, but then I wasn't really no New York nigga. I was more like a down south kind of guy. So then somebody said, SD Jones, matter of fact, told me. He said, how about the downtown Tony Brown? And I said, you know what? That got a good ass ring to it, baby. Downtown Tony Brown. Hell yeah, Jack. And so I went with that. I went with that name. Okay. So then when I came back down south, my man Coco B. Well, he was wrestling. He was wrestling down out in Memphis, and he got me on a couple cards. And then Bill Watts saw me, and then he said, "Hey, Tony Brown, would you like to come to Mid South Wrestling?" And I said, "Hell yeah, Jack! Hell yeah, Jack!" And then I came down there, and then I did a couple matches. You know what I mean? And then he said, "Hey, listen, I like how you do in the ring. You're a pretty funny guy backstage. I'll tell you what, if you could take that and you could put it on TV and you put a little character on it, you know what I'm saying? I think you could be a star here." And I said, "You know what? You damn Skippy." Hell yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right. So I tried, you know what I mean? I gave it a shot. I did a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? And I started calling myself Downtown Tony Brown. And then I bought myself a sheepskin coat. I bought a sheepskin coat with the monies that I had. And then I said, hey, you know what? I'm going to wear this damn thing to the ring. And you know what? My character is going to be a cold pimp. Because that's something that, I'm familiar with. You know what I'm saying? What if I had like a pimp type character? A cool, laid back type of fella, that just talk that talk and know how to speak to the peoples. And then I said, you know what? Yeah, that's what's going to happen. I'm going to be downtown Tony Brown. And boy, I tell you what, from then on, from 1985, all right, that's when everything started taking off for me. I started just getting on the microphone and just started cutting into people. I started saying things. I started talking crazy. I started just, going in on everybody, even if it's somebody I ain't got no match with, just to sharpen my skill and show what I got. One of the main things was me against what was his name? Butch Reed. Butch Reed. Now Butch Reed was from Kansas City, right? And I knew that we had a thing coming up that was going to be in my hometown, Jackson, Mississippi. And that was where I was going to be facing Butch Reed. So what I did, right, I cut this promo. And I said, listen here, Butch Reed, I would love to beat you and embarrass you in your own hometown. That would make me so happy. But you know what? Don't nothing great happen in your hometown. So I guess that I'm just going to have to do the second best thing. And that would be to come to my hometown, Jackson, Mississippi, and show all of them losers and underachievers somebody that they can be proud of. And from there, Jack, it was money on hand over fist. All right. I was making money down there, down south, baby. They love me. They like me. They love to boo me down there. You understand? Man, let me tell you something. I was one of the top guys in Mid-South Wrestling for a good couple years there. All the way up to 1986. All right. And then in 1986, I went to World Class Championship Wrestling down in Texas. I had some fights with the Von Erich family. And things like that. You know what I'm saying? Fights with gentleman Chris Adams and people like that. But I didn't really fit in there. There was a whole lot of racism. And hey, look, I ain't no problem with no damn racism. I ain't got no problem with no damn fans calling me a nigga and things like that. People be calling me nigga all my life. Shit, I call myself a nigga. All right, ain't no thing. But it's a different thing when the management is saying crazy things and the people that's in charge is saying crazy things. So I had to get on up out of there. I felt like it was a bad environment. All right. But see, the thing is, soon as I quit, Slash got fired, depending on who you ask. All right. Somebody from Jim Crockett Promotions called me. The NWA. This is the home of Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Road Warriors. All right. You know what I'm talking about? Four Horsemen. You know what I'm saying? All them guys. Midnight Express, Rock and Roll Express. All of these fellas. And I came down there, baby, and I came to wreak havoc. And in 1987, I was supposed to be the fourth horseman. I was supposed to be the fourth member of the four horsemen. I was going to replace Ola Anderson, okay? But the powers who be, they made a different decision. Next thing you know, Lex Luger come along, and then they say, "Oh, we're gonna make Lex Luger the man. Oh, we're gonna put Lex Luger in the four horsemen." I was mad as hell, Jack. I cussed Dusty Rhodes' ass out. That's my man, but I had to cuss him out that time. I said, "You ain't gonna railroad me like this. God damn it. I can do other things." But then, they tried to placate me. They put me in a tag team with the Barbarian. Sometime I teamed up with Rick Rude, you know what I'm saying? Manny Fernandez and them, you know what I'm saying? My man Shasta Watley, you know what I'm saying? They put me in some tag teams. We had some big matches with the Road Warriors and things. I wrestled in the first Crockett Senior Memorial Cup tournament in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? And people like me in Baltimore. Matter of fact, WNUV TV channel 54 in Baltimore had me doing a bunch of commercials for them. You understand? I used to come down to that damn Civic Center and show out, baby. All the ladies was lined up for me. Whole lot of gals, whole lot of leather mini skirts and acid walls jeans got pulled down up in Baltimore. I got love for Baltimore, baby. That's my home away from home. All right. And then, baby, I'm gonna tell you, hey, look, I went through some years, I went through some things, baby. I went through a lot of companies. I was what you call a journeyman. You know what I'm saying? I went to a lot of different places. I wanted to go up to New York, okay? By the time we get to 1989, you know what I'm saying? I want to go to New York, or it was like 89 or 90. All right. And in 1990, I had a meeting with Vince and Pat Patterson. Okay. And Vince said, "We got an idea for you. We want you to change your gimmick just a little bit." I said, "Okay, now." He said, "How about your name is going to be Duncan Slam?" Duncan Slam. It's a play on words, you see. They wanted downtown a cold ass, pimp ass nigga to be a motherfucking a basketball player. They wanted that to be my gimmick. That's right. Vince just gonna change the whole damn thing around. He gonna change the whole damn paradigm. He said, "Yeah, do you want to be the Magic Johnson of the World Wrestling Federation, pal?" And I'm saying, "Hell no, nigga, I want to be downtown. What you talking about?" So then next thing you know, Vince pulled out a damn basketball and he said, "Listen, Duncan Slam, doesn't that sound like a good idea? Doesn't it sound like a plan? Hey, I know you can play basketball, pal." He throws me the damn ball and he expect me to like do some dribbling and shit. Like that's the silly shit they wanted me to do. They want me to dribble a damn basketball to the ring and then give the kids a damn a basketball every time I come down to the ring. Man, I wasn't with that old silly ass shit. I said, "Nigga, I'm downtown. You paying downtown, you gonna get downtown. That's what it is. All right. I'll do anything you want me to do, but I got to be downtown, baby. Okay. I'm not a hard guy to deal with. But you ain't finna change my gimmick, especially to no damn dunk and slam. Dunk and slam. Him and damn Bruce Pritchard's brother Love and them, they trying to convince my ass that this gonna be good for me. This gonna make me a whole lot of money. See, baby, it ain't about the money for downtown. I've been making money since I was a damn kid. You understand? It ain't about no damn money. It's about me being who I is. You understand? But I said, "Hey, look, buddy, I'll get back to you." And then Vince said, "Okay, well, if you don't like the dunk and slam thing, pal, all right, maybe you'll like a gimmick called, I got a gimmick called Saba Simba." And I looked at Vince, I said, "Nigga, Saba Simba, you might as well call my ass Kunta Kinte. The hell out of here." So I walked out the office that day. I'm pretty sure they weren't gonna call my ass back. But the sad thing is on my way back to Jackson, Mississippi, I was coming back to see my mama. And what happened was I got in a car accident. That's right, car accident, big car accident. As a matter of fact, it was part of a 7-car pileup. You understand? And as a result, it affected my motor skills. it affected my motor skills, and I didn't know if I was ever going to be back to wrestling. And then, I really tried. I tried a whole lot of training. I tried a whole lot of physical therapies and things like that. But then I was told in 1991, listen, Tony, even at the best that you will ever get, you will not be able to do anything in the ring anymore. So that ended my professional wrestling career. Okay. Now, I tried a lot of different things, baby. I tried to be a manager, but it's hard to be a manager when you're bigger than the niggas that you managing. You know what I'm saying? Because at my peak, I was 290 pounds. You understand? You can't put me with just anybody and think that, like, I'm going to be the damn manager or something. I can't do nothing physically. You understand? I can only talk. But you gonna put me with some little nigga, some dude. What was his name? Scotty Flamingo, Scotty the Body, something like that. He went on to be a Raven. Yeah, see, he put me with that guy, and he was a small guy back then. You know what I mean? He was a light heavyweight. You can't have some big ass nigga standing next to a little light heavyweight, and I can't do a damn thing physically. I can't beat nobody up. I can't beat a muscle. I can just talk for him. I mean, it just didn't make no damn sense. So, I left out of that was that world class wrestling. I left out of there. And it was just the opportunities just dried up for me. I tried to be a commentator on WWF television. Vince was not interested. He was still bitter after that meeting. He don't like being told no and shit. Then you got let me see, I went down to the Global Wrestling Federation. You remember that? Yeah, I did that for like about 2 weeks. It didn't work out there. I was not as good of a commentator as I am of just a nigga that get on the microphone and talk my shit. But either way, hey, look, I did other things, baby. Okay, I did all jobs. I did all kinds of things. I had a little drug problem going on, that dated back since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? But I kicked that shit in the bud. I tried to manage some rapping groups. You understand? Because I did love the hip hop. And I managed a couple of them, and these guys were just so damn. I don't know, baby, lackadaisical or something like that. I don't know. I don't deal with niggas that ain't got no damn hustle with them. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, look, downtown gonna fall 10 times and get up 11. You understand? So, whatever I had to do, baby, I was making do. You understand? Hey, look, hey, man, look, I've been a chef. I've been a goddamn limo driver. You understand? I done work security for the new additions. You know what I'm saying? All of that. I was down with Bobby Brown and the B Brown posse and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm gonna be a bad nigga regardless. So either way, I eventually launched a hell of a comeback, baby, in 2007. All right, I was about, what was that? God damn, I don't even remember. I was 40 something. I was in my late 40s. All right. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna get back in that ring. And I started wrestling, baby. And I was wrestling. I was wrestling good as I ever been because I never took myself out of top physical shape. And I was back in the ring. I was getting busy in the damn ring. All right. But at that point, I'm kind of old. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody finna sign no old ass nigga, almost 50 years old. My time to pass. That ship done sailed, baby. But I'm gonna tell you what, I'm still a bad nigga. All right. And I still get in the ring every now and then. I still can do my thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot better. You know what I mean? My motor skills is motoring and shit. You understand? I definitely got some motor skills when it comes to the ladies, Jack. I ain't never lost that shit, Jack. You understand what I'm saying? Boy, the motor was still running the whole damn time. But either way, that brings me to where we are today, where I am an impresario of talk, of wrestling. You understand? I know about ring psychology. I know about promos and promo abilities. You understand? And for the right price, I can even make your shit tighter. All right. And also, I am on here running down the recaps of SmackDown and Raw and all of that. All right. And hey, look, I'm enjoying this thing. You know, I be on the Black Master podcast sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I'm busting a rhyme and thing. Oh yeah, I ain't never tell y'all about that. I made a couple of rap records too back in my day. I had a song called Counting Cold Cash back in 1986. You understand? I was up there in New York, hip hopping and shit, going to the rooftop. You know what I'm saying? Going to the what it called the Union Square and all that kind of stuff, baby. I was up in there. I was up in there hanging out with my man Eric B and Rakim. You know what I'm saying? Hanging out with what his name? My man Cool G Raps. You understand? I met LL before. You know, Schoolie D. You know, kid and play. You know, back before they was even rapping, back when they was just in there dancing. You know what I'm saying? I used to see him in there. You know, all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I done had dates. I dated the real Roxanne back in the day. I dated Cree Summers from a different world. You know, I dated the guy that played that played Kimberly Reese also. You know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, hey, I was like Ron Johnson on the goddamn set. Hey, look, man, look, downtown done did it all, baby. Downtown done did some of every damn thing. Anything that you want to ask downtown what he done did, I said, goddamn right. I say, you damn skippy. I done it, baby. All right. Now look, I'm here for a good time, but not for a long time. I might tell some more stories sometime down the line. I might answer some of y'all questions if y'all got questions and shit. All right. But in the meantime, this is Downtown Tony Brown, and this has been a special episode of the Colored Commentary. All right. I will be back next week with a recap of SmackDown and Raw. You understand? And I just want to say to everybody, I appreciate you for watching, and I want y'all to continue to watch, and I want y'all to subscribe to these pages if you ain't subscribed to them. All right. And look, hey, I'm just going to keep on being a bad nigga. All right. And y'all keep on being bad too. All right now. Downtown, baby. Oh, yeah. By the way, follow me on the social medias, on Twitter, on Instagram, on the TikTok. It's Downtown, baby. That's right. Straight on the cross like that. Do the little circular thing. It's Downtown, baby. All right now. Peace out, everybody.